Welcome to this episode. I think we're up to episode 74 of Alive and Thriving. I should maybe start planning the 100th episode. What do you think I should do? What would be something really special to celebrate 100 episodes? Because that is only 15 episodes away and I feel like it is going to be here before we know it. So let me know. Jump on Instagram and tell me, what should I do to start planning for 100 episodes? Now, today's episode, we are going to be chatting about working with your energy. So last week we had a bit of a chat about slowing down to speed up. Now, that was really with the focus of slowing down to regulate your nervous system, slowing down to make sure that you are not operating from fight or flight so that you can be bringing your best into your business energetically, mentally, emotionally. Now, today I'm going to take that even further. Today we're going to be talking about managing your energy, and I'll probably be more specific here to coaches, healers, and service providers. You know, that is sort of my industry. That is where my experience comes from, and that's where a lot of my clients sit as well. People who work with people who are impacted daily by other people's energy. And when you are working in that space of working with other people's energy, you need to be prioritizing and working with yours as number one priority. Number one priority. Working with your own energy, looking after your own energy. And I could honestly break this episode up into about 4 different episodes, and I probably will, to be honest, because this is such a big, big topic, because ultimately everything is energy. Everything is energy. And you know, if we don't manage our energy on a daily basis, you know, if we flick back to that autopilot living, then we are not going to be operating from our best. We are not going to be operating from the best capacity that we have to really, expand into what we want to be holding in our business. Now, on that topic as well, I want to actually share something with you, which is really, really, really exciting for me. I have been working on something behind the scenes, and this is something that is coming out, very soon. Something that is huge. It's huge. And the impact that this particular offer, this container, is going to have is huge. So I'm going to tell you just a quick little bit about it, because I've actually linked an application form. Yes, you need to apply for this because we need the right people in this container. I want to introduce you to the Transcendence Mastermind. This is a holistic approach to business growth through the power of self-growth and self-healing. So a 12-month container, a real true vortex of personal evolution, where you're going to access all of me and all of my modalities, keeping in mind that a mastermind is not a regular coaching container. I have been a part of a high-level mastermind for 2 years now, and the growth that I have experienced and the support and the complete mindset and energy shift that I have experienced has been phenomenal. And I am feeling so pulled to create a container of my own to hold space for coaches and healers and service providers who have really, really big dreams of big impact. Coaches, healers, and service providers who feel like they keep getting to the edge of their next expansion, but something just keeps pulling them back. And now, if this is you, you may know what that is and you may not know what that is. But here's the thing. If you have all the strategy, okay, if you have all the strategy for business, if you know how to write your copy or who to delegate it to, and you know how to, create your offers, and you know how to set up funnels, and you know how to, plan your content and all the things, you've got all the strategy, but you're still not being able to move past that expansion edge, then it is time that you turn inward. And that is what this mastermind is all about. We are going to surpass the current limitations that you have within yourself. So I said before, everything is energy, and that includes the frequency of our thoughts, the frequency of our emotions that tend to come along from the thoughts that we are having, from the beliefs that we are holding within our body, the negative beliefs, the traumatic experiences, all of the things that we are holding within our body will have us operating at a certain energetic frequency, and that is going to play directly into your business. And when you want to hold big things in your business, when you want to have big impact, when you want to be creating big offers or just having a big outcome in terms of whatever is big for you, whatever feels good for you. Maybe big outcome means a time freedom filled business, a spacious and aligned and a heartfelt business. Maybe big outcome means you reach, the masses and you help the world to heal. I don't know what big outcome means for you, but in order to have that big outcome, your business needs to feel safe in your nervous system, and you need to know yourself deeply. And magic will happen when you surround yourself with energetically aligned people. And I know this from my experience in these high-level masterminds with phenomenal women who, some of which are, along a similar pathway and a similar journey and a similar stage to where I'm at in business, and some of whom are so much further ahead on their journey, and it is just phenomenal to be in their energy. It really, really is. And it has been one of the key contributors. I need to get my mastermind mentor on here. It has been one of the key contributors to me creating an aligned and conscious and abundant business. So the Transcendence Mastermind is being born. Okay. And if you know that you are ready to hold more in your business, you want to hold maybe more spaciousness, more abundance, more income, more clients. If you are ready to hold more, then you need to be at an energetic capacity to do so. And that is what the Transcendence Mastermind is all about. So I really would love, if you are curious, for you to go and fill in the application form. Okay, the application form is obligation free, but it is for people who are serious. Serious, and we'll chat. We'll have a chat. We'll chat more about what it's going to be like and who I am looking for in this space, because again, in a mastermind, we need to make sure that the container has women who are going to align with each other, who are going to uplift and support each other. So whatever stage of business you are at, if you are ready to move past your expansion edge, and you are ready to do that by diving deep within yourself, then let's do it. Let's do it. Come and join me in the Transcendence Mastermind.
You're listening to Alive and Thriving with Jessica Reed, the podcast that's all about empowering you to achieve optimal wellness and success through self-care, holistic practices, and raw conversations. Jessica and her expert guests are here to share powerful insights and strategies to help you overcome stress and anxiety, take charge of your life, and thrive in life and in business. Grab a cuppa and let's dive in.
Chat more now about managing and working with your energy. Now, the first thing that I want to float past you, remembering these are all just ideas and things that you may like to explore deeper, and honestly, topics that I will be taking the ladies through in the Transcendence Mastermind as well, on a really, really deep and intimate level throughout the 12 months that we work together. But let's start with intentionally starting your day. Now, this is going to look different for everybody, but if you are working with the energy of other people, you need to start your day by taking care of your own energy. Now, for me, I can share what that looks like for me. I actually shared an episode a couple of weeks ago about mornings and how that had to change for me recently. For me, prioritizing my energy has become the most important thing that I do in the morning because everything is off for me. I am recovering from living on autopilot. I'm recovering from living in chronic anxiety and chronic stress. And so for me, if I don't manage my own energy, then I am just operating as if I was getting up and I was going to my old job and I'm just getting by. I'm just functioning day to day. So for me, managing my energy in the mornings actually starts with an energy movement routine. It starts with clearing certain meridians, tapping on certain points. It starts by opening up energetic pathways within my body so that the energy is flowing freely in areas that I am stuck in. Okay, so learning to understand your body's energy systems and doing things that are going to help to clear that and to revitalize you is going to be really, really helpful. So I intentionally choose exercises and choose things that are supporting what I am going through at that point in time. Now, this is going to look different for everybody. But exercises that are helping me to ground myself, grounding is really, really important. And starting my day really intentionally once I have done this energy routine, my day then turns into self-connection, intentionally connecting in with my higher beliefs, asking for support. This is all about intentionality. Journaling, if I feel pulled to, depending on the card that I pull. And really intentionally deciding how I am going to feel today. That is the very, very first thing. Now, setting up a morning routine is not easy, and depending on your animal type, depending, which I'm only learning more about now, but it sort of really makes sense to me why I function really well from around 7 a.m. and not so much when I try and get up earlier. But setting up a morning routine, I do know people who can help you. If you actually go back and have a listen to the early rising episode with Jada, if that's something that you want to learn more about. But however or whatever time your morning routine is, it is about intentionality. How are you supporting your energy? What energy are you taking into your day? And where does your energy need your attention in your body? Really, really important. Now, for me, it's really important before I start my work day that I do some cleansing and some clearing. So that might be with some saging around my office. That might be with some cleansing of my body. And that also for me is really important to try as often as I can, depending on what my schedule allows, or what I have allowed in my schedule, I should say, to get out for a walk or get out in nature beforehand. For me, I have learned over time working with my energy that I function best and I get my creativity when I'm out doing life. And I function at my highest after I have been in nature. Now, cold Canberra mornings do make that a little difficult sometimes, but I have 2 walks that I do, both of which take me past water. I wish I lived on the beach. I really do. You probably see my content from when I go and stay with my mom. I wish I lived on the beach. So for me, connecting with water and connecting with Mother Nature, and that's really important, really, really important for me energetically. So I have been learning what works with my energy. Now, you might find that your mornings look completely different to mine, and that's okay. But what you want to be exploring is how you can best set yourself up with your energy and your body and what it most needs. So just what I mean by that too, turning back to what I was saying about the energetic exercises and some of the tapping, for example, I will be tapping on adrenal points to support my adrenals because I know that I have adrenal fatigue. I will be working on clearing my spleen meridian so that I can balance out my triple warmer, which is the meridian which is responsible for governing my adrenals, which is responsible for governing my fight or flight, which is responsible for governing my thyroid. The triple warmer is responsible for governing my stress response. And now when it is overactive, it is going to be draining from my spleen meridian. And now I need my spleen meridian to be getting what it needs at the time that it needs it so that it can then so it can then push energy into my heart meridian and so on. So I don't want to confuse you but or overwhelm you with information here on meridians. But what I really want to be sharing is that for me, I have discovered what is going on with my body at the moment, what I need to best support my energy. I need help digesting thoughts, emotions, digesting food. I'm working on my spleen meridian. I need help soothing my nervous system. So I am working on my triple warmer, and the spleen and the triple warmer, they feed off each other. And these are all things that we will do together if we work one-on-one or if you are joining me in the Transcendence Mastermind. So finding out what your body needs. Now, your energy routine in the morning might be as simple as some tapping on the points that you know or the points that you feel drawn to. It might be some meditation. It might be some breath work. It might be journaling. Your energy routine is going to really be tailored to what you need. Now, the other thing that I really like to keep in mind when I am talking about working with my energy, and I'm not an expert in this area, and I will be getting an expert on shortly because I feel like this has made just a basic understanding has made such a big difference in my life, but working with my cycle. Okay, we are cyclic beings, and that monthly cycle will impact your energy. It will impact you. Where you are in relation to the moon will impact you. So many different things are going to impact your energy. Working with your cycle, understanding the importance of that is going to be really, really helpful. So something for you to take into consideration. So for example, on menstruation week, I know that my anxiety increases. I know that it generally, I'll say generally because this month has been completely different after some energy healing work that I have done, but generally is quite painful for me. And we are designed to turn inwards in this week. This week is about resting. It is about turning inwards and allowing your body time to rest. And so that is something that's really, really hit me hard. And I try to plan my calendar out around that. What week is my period actually due to happen? And how can I allow myself space during that week? And then I'm also aware of the weeks where I am really energetic. And so what can I be planning in my business in that week? Is that when I'm actually going to be launching, if I'm live launching? Is that when I'm going to, be presenting? Is that where I'm going to jam pack out my calls? So understanding the different cycles that your body will go through and understanding how that can implement, how you can work your business in with those cycles, for me is a huge part of managing my energy. Now, another thing that has been really, really helpful that I'd love for you to take into consideration is protection and clearing. And I will do an episode on this on its own as well. Why do we want to protect and clear our energy? Because even if we're having a day where we're not working with clients, we're still picking up energy. But particularly after every client, if you do not have some kind of energy clearing routine, then you are not taking in a clear slate into your next client or back into your life. You can zip up, you can do all the protection, but it is so important that you clear your energy afterwards. Now, one of the calls that I'm actually going to be hosting monthly in the Transcendence Mastermind is a renewal call. This monthly renewal call is going to be focused on clearing out what is not yours, clearing out anything that may have triggered you throughout the month, clearing out energy that is stagnant and stuck so that you can continue to operate at your highest potential. But I recommend you look at some sort of clearing and cleansing routine after every single interaction. This is just going to help you function better. It is going to help you become a better practitioner of whatever you are practicing in. And so this may be, that could be that you go outside and you ground yourself for a few minutes. That might be a quick cleanse around your aura. That might be some tapping or some shaking. You might have a little routine that you do. We can put together a routine together. But I want you to be doing something to protect yourself, something to release what is not yours. The other thing when working with your energy is I want you to step away from what's normal. What's normal? Sitting at your desk all day. What have we been conditioned to do? We've been conditioned to connect to busy. If we're not busy, then we're not productive. We've been conditioned to do more and more and more. We've been conditioned to sit down at our desk until our work is done, but not stop for a lunch break, or if we do, we feel guilty or we eat at our desk. I want you to eat at your desk if you feel really good and energized eating at your desk. I want you to sit at your desk all day if that is genuinely where you are more creative. But if you are struggling to find that flow, to find that creativity, then I give you permission, and I want you to give yourself permission to find your own flow. So maybe during your cycle week, you work from your bed because that feels nourishing, and that actually helps you to feel like you are nurturing yourself as well as being productive. Perhaps when the sun shines, the last 2 weeks, I'm not doing it right now because it's a bit cold, but the last 2 weeks I've sat in the sunshine and recorded my podcast. And a couple of weeks before that, I sat on the beach and recorded my podcast. Was I using my super good quality microphone? No, but I gave myself permission to flow in a way that felt good for me. And therefore it got done. And it got done without resistance. It got done without draining me. So give yourself permission to find your own flow, whatever that might look for you. Perhaps you work from a cafe because you buzz off the energy of other people. For me, I'm really noise sensitive. So whilst I do benefit from the energy of other people, the noises distract me, and that's okay. But you need to find what works for you. Find your flow in your day. If you are more productive from the hours of, 3 till 7 p.m., then how can you actually structure your workday to be productive then? How can you, even if it's not every day, particularly if you have young kids, but how can you be working with your energy flow? Or any kids, really. Anyone who needs to be fed at dinner time, really. But do you see what I mean? How can you actually be working with your body and your energy? And when you start doing these things, so let's just recap quickly. We start our day really intentionally looking after your energy, however that might look for you. We make sure that you are connecting with something that helps you feel grounded, that helps you to feel like you are operating from a space of an energetic capacity that you can be to hold what you need to hold in your business. You look at working with your cycle. You look at protection and clearing so you are not taking away anything heavy and keeping it. It's not yours to keep. It's not yours at all. And if you are getting triggered by things that are happening throughout your day or with your clients or in your business, creating things, doing things, then let's chat. Let's work together one-on-one and see what that trigger is all about. Because it needs to be cleared, it needs to be acknowledged, and it needs to be cleared, and it needs to be released, lovingly released, so that you can move forward. And we need to look at giving yourself permission to work within your own flow. Now, I was also going to talk about working within your human design, but you know what? That is a huge, huge, huge topic. And I feel like I'm going to do a whole episode on how my human design has impacted my business and my energy flow during my day, personally and professionally, which is really dramatically, by the way. So that will be a whole nother episode. So I want to leave it there for you guys today because you have a lot to take away and consider. You have a lot to think about now. How can you work more with your energy? What is that going to look like for you? And let's not go and make big giant changes straight away. We don't have to go and suddenly have this huge morning routine as of tomorrow. And then we, include more walking or exercise or slowing down to speed up things during your day suddenly tomorrow. And then suddenly tomorrow we're going to work with your cycle. And so, suddenly tomorrow you're going to move away from your desk and go out to a cafe. I just want you to take this slow, get a feel into your energy. What's not in alignment during your day? Are you starting your day really intentionally? I would just start there. Are you starting your day intentionally looking after your energy? And if not, how can that shift? And then start to move a little bit further into your day and what's next. Okay? One step at a time. But those are some things that you can start to feel into. What's in alignment? What's not in alignment for you? And I really hope that if this topic really excites you and it intrigues you and you know that this is going to be really key for success in your business and for personal fulfillment in your life, then I hope to see an application for the Transcendence Mastermind from you.
Wow, what a journey it's been today. We are so grateful for each and every one of you who tuned in to Alive and Thriving. If you enjoyed this episode and want to help us keep growing, please consider subscribing and leaving a review on your favorite platform. It's a simple but powerful way to support a small business like ours to continue to make an impact.